concentrated or the dilute acids. Now when we talk about the acids, let us first discuss a few properties of acids. Now as you know, the acids are sour in taste. For example, acetic acid used as a vinegar in the household. We have seen that acids are sour in taste. Also, all these acids turn the blue litmus into the red litmus. Now when we have seen the two important categories of acids, now we can discuss the two categories on acids based on the amount of acid present in them. Now in general we can say that the concentrated acid is that acid which has more amount of acid present in it, and when the amount of acid is decreased, or we can say the amount of water has been higher as compared to the acid, that becomes the dilute acid. So now when we have discussed the important difference between them, we can now have a discussion on the detailed difference between these two acids. Now in the concentrated acids, they have high quantity of acid, or quantity of acid is more, and in the dilute acids the quantity of water is more. Now when they have more quantity of acid, that similarly means they have more amount of H positive ions in them. And when dilute acids have larger quantity of water, that basically means they have more quantity of the hydroxyl ion. Now when they have high quantity of acid, and we all know acids are corrosive in nature, that means concentrated acids are more harmful for the human beings, because whenever the person or the chemist is doing the experiment based on the dilution of acids, there is lot of heat generated, and that heat can even harm the person who is doing the experiment. That is why we can say that concentrated acids should be handled very carefully, because they are more harmful as compared to the dilute acids. In the case of dilute acids, because they have less quantity of acid, so they are less harmful, or we can say they are the least harmful out of these two categories. For example, if we take the case of concentrated acids, we can always write CONC dot HCl. So this means the HCl which we have taken is the concentrated one. Similarly, if we write DIL dot HCl, by this word we mean that we have taken the dilute hydrochloric acid. Generally, for the laboratory purposes, especially in schools and colleges, they prefer to do the experiments with the help of the dilute acids, because when the students are performing the experiment, they may not harm themselves. If we take such types of acids like H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, or we can say the chloric acid, they are very harmful, and they can even harm the students or the teachers who are performing such experiments. Now in the examination point of view, it is generally asked, how is the dilution of acid takes place? So what is the experiment to dilute an acid? So let us now discuss the dilution of acid. Dilution of acids. Now when we have a concentrated acid and we want to make it a dilute one, we have to add water. So there are two ways to add water. So in the one beaker, I have taken acid, and with the help of a dropper or a spoon, I will add water. This can be the first case. In the second case, I have large quantity of water, and with the help of a dropper, I am adding drops by drops the amount of acid. Now in both of these cases, the amount of heat will be very high, because when the water and acid are mixed together, it is an exothermic reaction, and lot of heat is generated. Now this heat is enough to convert the water into the vapors. So all this water, either in the smaller quantity or in the larger quantity, will be converted into steam. This steam will contain some heat. That heat is known as latent heat of vaporization. And this latent heat is very harmful as compared to even boiling water. This may even harm the person who is doing the experiment of the dilution. Now in either of this case, we should prefer the second case, because if the amount of heat generated is very high, so that heat will be absorbed by the large amount of water present in it. Now this water will absorb all the heat, and no heat will be generated outside. That means it is actually very helpful, or it is less harmful for the person who is doing the experiment. As in the discussed in the first case, when we have large amount of acid, so large amount of heat will be generated, and this heat will not be absorbed by such a low amount of water. Hence it is even more harmful, or we can say it is very dangerous for the person who is doing the experiment. So out of the two cases, we should add drop by drop small quantities of acid to a large quantity of water if we are doing the dilution of an acid. Now this was the concept on concentrated and dilute acids. One thing we should remember, that when we are diluting any acid, that means the H positive ions will decrease while converting the acid from a concentrated one to a dilute one. However, the concentration of the OH negative ion will increase if we do the dilution of the acid process. So in the end we can brief that whenever you talk about the two types of acids based on the concentration of the acid, they can either be the concentrated one or the dilute one. Generally in the experiments, like in schools and colleges, they always prefer to do the experiments with the help of the dilute acids because they are less harmful as compared to the concentrated one. So this was everything about the concentrated and the dilute acids.